Everybody, Aaron Whitehead here again, excited to be with you. Wanted to bring another song. This one is called Little Snowflake. It was requested by the YouTuber Technical Knowledge, and I have to say, I didn't expect to be recording this soon, but when I went and listened to it, I loved it so much, I just had to sit down and make a video for it. So, Technical Knowledge, thank you for the suggestion. Let's look at the song Little Snowflake. And this is just a real simple children's song, but it's beautiful. And just has a really great sound to it, so I wanted to share it with all of you guys. Okay, so I've got the chords up here from Ultimate Guitar, and I mean, I was amazed Ultimate Guitar had this song. They seem to have every song. So, but you can see here it's got an intro. We're going to go through the melody line in the right hand, the chords in the left hand, and we'll start there. Okay, so. First of all, the intro, I'm going to show you the verse first, because the intro is just simply the second half of the verse. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you first as the full verse, and then we'll jump back and look at it as an intro. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at the melody line in this song. Okay, so this is middle C. Now notice how far to the left middle C is. We're going to be working up here in the upper register of the keyboard, which is pretty fun because we don't get to get up there very often. Okay, so, and this song is in the key of D, which means it has two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So the key of D is like this: D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. That's the key we're going to be working with on this song. Okay, so first of all, let's look at the right hand. We're going to start way up here. My pinky of my right hand is on this A, my middle finger on that F, okay, F sharp, and then my thumb down here on the D. So I'm pretty much kind of outlining a D chord with my right hand. And the melody line goes like this. We'll do it in little parts, but it goes like this. Okay, that's the first part, just rocks back and forth between A and F sharp, and then now we drop down to our thumb and stretch our pinky up to B. Okay, and then ring finger on F sharp, and then back to the, ring finger on A, and then to the F sharp. So like this, I'll play that part again. Okay, and then we just do that again a second time, that last part. Now I go to G. So notice I was on that F sharp, and I used my ring finger and just walked down each note of the scale to D and then back to E again. Okay, so that's snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake falling from the sky. I'll do it again. Okay, notice patterns. That's what you really want to look for. So there's obviously a pattern there. We've got the D major chord. That's one pattern. And then when we do this, okay, that's another pattern. So we want to be looking for that. Now, so that's the first half of the verse. Now the second half of the verse is very similar with a slight change at the end. So it goes like this. Starts the same. It goes up to here. Now, instead of repeating that pattern, we're going to jump back up to the B, and we're going to walk down in 4-note groups. So that was 4, okay, starting from the B. Now I go to the A, do 4 notes, okay, and then the G, okay, and now the E. And when I get to the E, to the B, I go to C sharp and then A. Okay. And then there's a little tag that I'll show you in a second. But let's look at that second half of verse 1 again. Starts the same. Now here's where we do the groups of 4 starting on B. Okay. And then we repeat the A again. And then, or it's actually 3 of them, sorry. F sharp and then D. And that's the end of that phrase, okay? Falling on my head. All right? So practice that, get that down, because those are the elements of the entire melody right there. And then we'll just kind of do different things with it throughout the song. Okay, so let me play the whole melody now, all of verse 1. Notice the patterns, notice the changes. So starting on A. Okay, now the second half. And then the 4-note groupings. Okay, good. Now let's take a look at the chords. So we're going to be doing a D major chord here, D, F sharp, and A. Okay, and there's really kind of a descending pattern that's happening in the chords here. So we got a D, F sharp, A, that's our D major chord. Then we go to F sharp minor. We're going to just drop the D down. So this is my left hand. I've got pinky, middle finger, and thumb. And then I drop the D down to the C sharp. That makes my F sharp minor chord in second inversion. Okay, then I go down to a G chord. I move all my fingers down. So my A went to the G, my G went down to the D, which actually I shifted from to my middle finger on the D here, and then the B down there. Okay, and then I'm on a D chord again, but I use this as kind of an anchor note, and I lower now an F sharp, D, and A. Okay, then back to G, and then to D again. For the E minor, I'm just going to push just the E note. I'm not going to play the whole chord, and same thing for the A. Okay, you could do a fifth like this, A and E, or just the A. All right, and then we repeat again, kind of this descending pattern. Now right here. Okay, so I'm on falling on the G. I'm going to jump way up here and do a G reposition chord. Okay, G, and then F sharp minor. I'm walking down. F sharp, A, C sharp, E minor, E, G, B. Okay, and then I'm going to hit this A thing again here too at the end. Okay, it'll really make sense when we put it together with the right hand. But let me show you the whole verse again. So D, F sharp minor with a C sharp at the bottom, G, D, G, D, E, A. Okay, and then again. Now I jump up. And then down here, dun, 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 back to the D right there, okay? There's a rhythm to it that I'll teach you in a minute, but it's going to be important for you to be able to put these hands together now. So let's try putting those parts together. Too. Okay, you notice it's 2 beats per chord. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2, and 1, 2. Okay, and then same thing with the second verse, but notice what the slight change that we get to. So there's second half of the first verse. Remember, it starts the same. Now here's where we jump up, and we're doing our 4-note pattern. No chord right there. And then we're on the A there, okay? All right. Let's do the walking down 4-note pattern again, a little slower. No chord. Notice it says an A there. Technically it is an A chord, but let's save the A to here. Okay. Now before I teach you the rhythm and the rest of the song, because there's really only one other part, there's this kind of bridge thing that I'll show you in a second. Let's jump back to the intro now, because what we just did is what we're going to do for the intro. Okay, so for the intro, it's actually fun to play it way up here, okay, but it's just that descending 4-note pattern that we just did, okay, the very end of the verse, okay. So notice the chords, it's G, F sharp minor, E minor, A, and then the D, okay. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to kind of roll the chord, all right, and then get to kind of up to the top. Now on this one, on that part for the intro, we're going to play this little chord arrangement, which is D, E, and G. When we hit this E, and nothing on the A in our left hand for that, and then that's when we start the song. Okay, so here's the intro again, one more time, real slow so you can see it. And when I play that chord, I'm actually going to do a rhythm. So let me show you now the rhythm that we're going to play in our left hand. Now, if it's too hard, just stick with. This is a great place to start, because there's a lot happening right here. And just play it like that. Block chords in your left hand. If you're ready, when you're ready for it to be a little more complicated, this is what you're going to do in your left hand. It's a very common classical music style of chord changes of rhythm. So here we're on our D chord, but rather than just playing it, we're going to go bottom, top, middle, top. Okay, that's the pattern for the whole thing. So, okay. Now for this one, because the changes happen so fast, we're actually going to be moving through it really quickly. So now I'm onto my F sharp, I'm onto my G chord. It's fast, right? E minor, A. Okay, so the chords, remember they went like this, but now instead of blocking them, I'm going to just be doing this pattern. Let me do it with the right hand really slowly so you can see how it fits together. See? And then, now the second half of the verse. Same thing. Now, but when we get to this part, we're just going to do our block chords actually, so we don't have to do this thing for that part, which is nice. So now second half of the verse. And then it just repeats after that. Okay, you get the idea there. Really, really cool, really fun. Sounds beautiful and is relatively easy to play. One of the tricky parts is this rhythm thing, and then it's also quite a jump to go from way down here up to there, so you're going to want to practice that. Okay, so now there's only one other part that I want to show you. It's kind of this like outro part, okay? Falling on my head, falling on my head. Okay, so we've got the ending of the verse. Okay, falling on my head. Notice that pattern. Okay, so A, F sharp, D, It's the same melody now for that whole part, but we're going to use different chords. So we did it at the end of a verse. Now usually we're going to be here, right? But notice that A in our left hand is in. We need that for our right hand. Okay, so when you're ending, when you're going to do the final one, so you got. Okay, and then now you're going to have your ending. Stay down here. Notice I'm doing this D chord down here instead. Because now I can reach this A with my right hand. Okay, this is my right hand thumb. So falling on my... This is my outro. Okay, I'm on the G now, but I'm doing the same melody. So let me do it with just the, without rolling the chords, okay? So, okay, and then now my outro. We go back and forth between the D and the G, okay? And then let that hold out, and then we do our the ending. And that's the end right there. Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake. And then there's this little that actually happens way up here. And that's the very, very end of the song. Okay, so now I'm going to do the outro with the rhythm, okay, so we can see how it all fits together. Let it ring out that part, and then we do the and then, and that's the ending. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that song. Just a beautiful melody, really simple to play, but something I know your friends and family will love if you play it for them this wintry season. So thank you so much for watching. God bless you guys, and we'll see you next time.